The offices of Assistant District Attorneys Jonathan Steele and Catherine Tate.
I don't know.
It's worse than you even think. I just received a call from the judge. Apparently, the suspect, Noel White, asked for a lawyer during the interrogation, and they did not provide one, and continued interrogating her.
What do we need to do?
It's not up to us at this point. The judge wants to see us in chambers with the defense attorney, Harrison Crofton, in 25 minutes. They're threatening to throw out everything she told them about being at the park and about her feelings towards her father.
And we've got Crofton up against us again.
Crofton. Crafty Crofton.
And if there's anything that he's good at, it's defending people who have some sort of underlying need to kill their parents.
It's a cottage industry.
You got off those twins, remember that.
They killed their parents in a cottage.
I don't know, Jonathan. This is going to be a tough one. We've got to get the judge to get this in trial.
I have to be honest with you, Catherine. This whole thing is a little personal for me. Sometimes I think about getting a wig. Or maybe a toupee. For a while I experimented mutton chop paste-ups. But people laughed at me. I was only 12.
You know, I've known people who wear wigs, Jonathan. I've known people who are afraid to let other people know that they wear wigs. And I want you to know that if you decide to wear a wig or a toupee or a merkin or any hairpiece of any kind, I'm there with you. In fact, if I need to put a wig on, I will.
Catherine, you're a good enough friend that I'm going to admit this to you. I'm wearing a merkin right now.
I want to thank you for being so vulnerable with me. And someday when the time is right, I wouldn't mind seeing that merkin. HR.
Well, we should probably think about getting over to the judge.
Judges' Chambers, New York State Court.
Your Honor, clearly we would have discovered all of this evidence even without her confession in the interrogation room. There's no reason to discard it wholesale.
Steele. Crofton. I remember your name, Harrison. I wish I didn't. Names aren't an issue here. It's obligation of the law that's an issue here, okay? I can't just allow evidence to be included in court that would be thrown out immediately. This man has a law degree from Yale. The first thing he's going to do if you bring that nonsense up in court is get it run out. Now you need to clean this up and go figure out a way to get it put in front of me, or I'm going to have to toss this case out.
Your Honor, I suggest that this case be tossed out based on Article 15. My client requested.
Crofton, we have her prints on the murder weapon and a video where she says that she'd like to murder her father with said murder weapon. I think that's enough to go on, but I need you to tie those loose ends up, or I will have to throw it out.
We will, Your Honor. We will.
Would you two please meet me at our usual spot right now? Follow me there.
Sure.
The private office of Harrison Crofton. Before that.
You know, I actually know the way here. I don't have to follow you.
Excuse me.
Oh,
You're defending Noel, right?
I am.
My name is Barry. Barry Clifton. You can't let her be put in danger. She didn't do anything wrong. She would never do anything wrong.
What do you know? What are you trying to tell us? Have a seat. Come on.
Her father and my mother have worked with each other for years. We were always hanging out as kids in the back room of the bear cave. And, well, I'll admit it, I've fallen in love with her over the years. I've watched her more closely than anything. I know she didn't do it, I know it.
Well, unfortunately, I can't, as heartfelt as your statement is, you can't hold in court.
Tell them that I did it.
Did you do it?
Maybe.
What is your name again?
Barry Clifton.
Barry, I see what you're trying to do here, and part of me is kind of touched. But
I sell ice for a living. I work professionally with ice picks.
Barry, I recommend that you leave this office right now. We both know that you did not do this work.
Do you?
Do you have any sort of proof or evidence of any type? No,
But
but you care for her. And you perhaps could be a good character witness on stand, if that time were to come. Why don't you go visit her? She's in custody.
Oh, sorry I'm late. I was in the bathroom making an adjustment.
Listen, I know that we've been on shaky grounds these past few years, and I'm actually going to enjoy going up against you in this case.
really? So you're agreeing to take this to court?
Of course.
Look, you surely didn't call us in here for that. The judge already told you that if we don't find some more evidence, the whole case is in jeopardy. So what's this really about, Crofton?
It's an admirable effort, but you're going to lose. And I just want to tell you that as a friend. Don't take this case on.
What do you know?
The evidence, though it might seem compelling, it doesn't link directly to the crime. Her father, had multiple ice picks. She had hit her head, maybe amnesia. That is reasonable doubt enough for a jury.
You're wearing a wig, aren't you?
It's an awful wig. But yes. And you're still... You know,
Crofton and I were in college together.
Showers in the dorm.
But look, Crofton, if you got something to say it quick, because we can't stay here much longer.
We've got a pickleball game to get to.
I thought I made it clear just now.
We're gonna go to trial.
We are. Well, I'll see you in court then.
Office of the District Attorney, with the Assistant District Attorneys present. Take a seat.
I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it. The judge was threatening to throw out the case. Crofton put it back in on his own.
Well, I'm about to throw out this case, if you don't start getting some evidence. I'm concerned. There's something bigger at play here.
What do you mean?
Well, I took a quick look, and I took a look at the murders that have happened over the past 5 years. Do you know that 30% of them, the perpetrator was wearing a wig?
That's ridiculous. That's clearly a bias towards wig wearing.
It's not even that. Now that there's some potential evidence that these wigs were drugged, you don't think that this could come up in the defense and put all of us at risk? Yet my name on the line that I'm not protecting the city from poisonous wigs, murderous wigs?
Andrea, we are doing our job. I know you have an election coming up, but this is not about your political future.
It is about my political future, and it's about your futures too in this office. If you don't find me concrete evidence, I'm going to pull this case, and both of your jobs are on the line.
Psychological evaluation of Noel White. Now, Noel, you keep telling me that you don't remember anything from that night.
Had the ice pick, and then everything goes dark.
And do you have a history with forgetting things?
What?
Is this a pattern, Noel?
Oh. Yeah, sometimes.
Why don't you tell me some of the things you forgot?
Sometimes I leave the house and I'm not sure whether I've locked the door or not, so I go back and check. Sometimes I'm not in my clothes and I'm in the car and I'm on the way to work and I'm like, did I unplug the iron? And I have to turn around and go all the way back because that's how I burned down my apartment.
That's curious. No, Noel, what you're describing, these are common lapses of everyday routine habits. You know, people get so attached to their daily routine, they can easily forget these things.
So, sometimes I leave the house and forget my pants.
You know, I didn't want to say anything, but I had a patient take off a pair of his. Why don't I can't discuss that case, but it was wildly entertaining. Noel, perhaps you could tell me. I see, they were overalls. Noel, perhaps you could tell me when in your life these lapses of memory started.
Well, when I was 16 and I got my first 6-footer, I forgot my best friend Marjorie's birthday. And then she told me my wig was the wrong color and never spoke to me again.
I'm sorry about that, Noel. So it sounds like it might be tied to the wigs that you said your parents forced you to wear?
I guess. You think? Really?
I'm just going off of what you told me. Now,
Never put it all together like that before.
why do you still wear the wig, Noel? Your father is gone, you know, you can take it off.
You want me to take it off right now?
Well, please don't phrase it that way, but it's up to you. You know, do you feel comfortable not having a wig on?
Well, let's see.
Oh my goodness. Oh, your scalp is riddled with infection. No, I'm sorry. I apologize, Noel. That was unprofessional of me. I was just saying that it seems like you should seek medical attention for that. Do you feel kind of naked without your wig? And I mean that in a, metaphorical sense.
I feel naked a lot of the time in a metaphorical sense.
Well, your father is gone, okay? You can let the wig go. You can let the world see that scalp of yours.
Not after the way you looked at it.
Well, I can share some vulnerabilities with you too.
Yeah?
I was speaking with an ADA, and it led to me getting let's say a specific article of fake hair, and I developed a rash in an uncomfortable region. It made me very self-conscious, but I sought attention for it. I used a lot of ointments and
And you got that donut? The
Yes.
donut cushion that you're sitting on?
Yes.
Here.